Hello, welcome back to the events after Alexandros. So what do we have here today? It's installment number 9 and we have Battle of Kyrene 322 BC. So what we have here is this confrontation between the mercenaries on one hand and the locals, inhabitants of the city of Kyrene on the other. So what happens here, you have Spartan adventurer Tribon and a band of mercenaries that came from Asia with Harpalos, who was actually one of the officials in Asia Minor, and he absconded a few times from his post with large sums of money. So what he's done here, the last time we hear of him, is he took about 700 talents or so, we are told, and fled to Athens with the band of mercenaries. There he was arrested by Demosthenes and others. Some of this money was never found. When they counted the money, only about half of it was there. So Demosthenes was charged with taking some of the money and all the rest of it, and then he fled and came back. But when it comes to Harpalos, the main protagonist here, he fled from Athens eventually. He went to Crete, but killed there. He was killed there in 323, and his band of mercenaries and the money, we assume, some money at least that he took with him, was taken over by Tribon, this Spartan adventurer, who then went on to Libya and to Kyrene in North Africa, and he would try there to carve for himself some territories and would fight with the locals. So what I'm a bit confused about is which side we're fighting on, because it seems we should be fighting on this side if we are to fight as Tribon and his band. There was some exiles as well, but he should have, I think, a little more mercenaries on his in his army. Perhaps not sure. Okay, it seems that we only have, yes, one classical hoplite unit here. We have mercenaries here, we have Cretan archers here. He also should have a disadvantage in cavalry. He does have some cavalry though, but not as numerous. So I presume this is our army if we are to fight as Tribon and as his mercenaries. And you know, there was some exiles here, Hoplitai Haploi. I'm not sure, well, they actually somewhat superior in number. What I'm not sure about is actually why in historical battles we always have the sizes of the units that are smaller than the usual campaign sizes. This is really puzzling to me, because this kind of bigger size makes it more interesting, more epic, I think. But when you reduce it like that, I don't know what the reason is. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it and see how we fare this in this fight. We should be winning this. Alright, here we are. There was currently a strife. There was a problem with the police of Kyrene. There was some exiles who were obviously not very happy with how things were unfolding there. Okay, our cavalry here seems to be getting routed. So yeah, they would join the Spartans, and is this our chariot? Yes, they would join the Spartans, and the Spartans would try to exploit this discord within Kyrene itself. And ooh, oh gosh, this is not good. Look at that. We've been hammered here by the chariots here. This does not look very good. Okay, maybe, oh, they flee now. Okay, great. Where is our Cretan archers? Oh, they're here. No, let's get them out of there. Let's get them out, and I want them to actually participate. Let's bring this unit around this way. Where's the cavalry? Cavalry here. And where is, yes, let's send the chariots there as well. Okay, so yeah, there was some disturbances within the city, and so the Spartan and his mercenaries, they were trying to actually capitalize on that. They would win this battle outside of Kyrene really quickly, overwhelm the locals. But you know, that's probably expected, given that he came with some of the mercenaries from Asia that served in there under Alexandros, and you know, probably have a lot of experience, like this unit of hoplites here. So not a surprise. Let's target this unit of, yes, actually let's position them here, shall we? Yes, let's position them there, because I don't want them firing at this left hand side where the shield is protecting them. So let's get them quickly, if we can, to this side. Oh, and we've been now Our left flank is now being hammered by the Libyans. So this, what happens here, yes, is the fight for the control of Libya and Kyrene eventually, because Spartan would here win and would carry on pillaging, carry on then, you know, pillaging the harbor and trying to carve a kingdom for himself basically here in Libya. Alright, Cretans, are we going to start shooting today? There you go, fantastic. Alright, great. Great. This is, I think, one of the most solid. They have few of these hoplite units. I think this is supposed to represent the citizens of Kyrene. And they don't take any damage though from our arrows. Well, one man lost. Okay, not much. Their cavalry, however, has routed, which is great. And this is... Alright, who is this? Oh, they still have some... Alright, let's charge them. They still have some... What is this? Oh, they're routing as well. Okay, so their cavalry and their skirmishes are all routing now. This is good. And this is Trebon, I presume. Yes, there you go. So he's doing well. Alright, yeah, we started to inflict, our Cretans started to inflict some serious damage. Yeah, so this interesting, very interesting character actually, and not the Trebon obviously, because we don't really know, I think, much of them. But Harpalos, he was Alexandros's a boyhood friend, childhood friend. He was this kind of a charismatic, charming, you know, rascal that, you know, absconded with large amount of money 3 times, we're told, from his post, and you know, he was pardoned the first time. Alexandros was also relying on him to provide him with, you know, some reading during his stay in Asia. So he was sending him works of, you know, Greek writers, so that Alexander can have, you know, his leisure time reading in Asia. So he was, yeah, he was lame, however, Harpalos, so he did not participate in the war in Asia himself because of his lameness. Yes, he had problems with his leg. So, but yeah, he was entrusted nevertheless with the post, and he was entrusted with some duties, and like I said already, he was betraying that trust quite a few times, but he mysteriously was pardoned. Probably due to the fact that, you know, he was a childhood friend of Alexander, and, you know, also wasn't, you know, lacking charismatic qualities, and yeah, quite a charming person from what we can hear, from what we can figure out. So yeah, but he found his aunt in Crete eventually. We do not know who killed him. Some say it was his servants. Some say that it's Trebon the Spartan who killed him and took over the command. Not too exactly sure what is going on here. Whatever the case, his band of mercenaries, they would carry on traveling, adventuring, and now they're in North Africa and trying to carve their kingdom for themselves under the leadership of this Spartan adventurer as well. Right, so what is going on here? Okay, so their cavalry fled. This is their... Okay, let's bring our skirmishes. Yes, they do not have a high morale, that seems. Not much of a morale. Let's pursue this unit of hoplite haploid. This is supposed to represent, I think, citizens of Kyrene. Okay, so we're doing great. Look, our mercenaries here routed, and our right flank. Oh, we have a couple of units of hoplite haploid. Don't do much. Okay, let's send them this way. Alright, Cretans are still shooting. That's okay. That's good. Alright, let's bring our forces around. Let's try and flank them. And let's send this unit here. Actually, let's target their general here. I don't know who led the Kyrene forces here. What we do know, they were no match, obviously, for, you know, those veterans of Asian wars that came with, you know, with the Trebon, Harpalos' original followers. And so there wasn't much of a contest in terms of... And then the Trebon and his mercenaries, yes, they forced a treaty on the locals. And... yeah, and then carried on pillaging, and, you know, okay, so we fine here. It seems that's fine. Yes, so we're now going to target this unit here. Let's pursue this. Let's just target this fleeing unit. I don't want them coming back. This is what they do in the EBII, in Europa Barbarorum. They have this ability to return to the fight, because normally what they do, they flee when there isn't a significant damage inflicted upon that unit yet, so they have a decent chance of returning to the fray. Right, where's our cavalry? Okay, cavalry is routing their cavalry, which is quite nice, good to see. Chariots, okay, I'm going to send them after this unit here. And Yes, let's pursue this broken unit here with our skirmishers. So we are doing good, I think. Yes, yes, most of them are now routing. Most of them now gone. And we have several units actually here who are targeting their general. So there you go. Okay, he's now good to go as well. Great to see. Okay, let's target this unit and let's bring our Tribon, the Spartan. Yes, okay, so that seems to have done it for them. Captain Damonicus has been killed by us, which is, yes, okay, this I think this bodyguard unit now still fighting to the death. Okay, why are we still fighting? Someone's still standing there. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, obviously, this treasure that the 700 talents I mentioned, sorry, it's a bit confusing, I suppose, that Harpalos came with, they were actually used to fund, by the Athenians, to fund the Lamian War. And this is actually taking place alongside, at the same time as the Lamian War, we covered in previous episodes, unfolds in Greece itself. So the Athenians were using part of these funds that Harpalos came with to fund their war effort to build a navy. And okay, so there you go. Okay, Cretans now can charge as well. I think they out of ammo now. Out of ammo. Okay, so yeah, it came very, very handy. So Athenians had no shortage of money at the time. Okay, there we have it. So yeah, there is I think a couple of more battles involving these Cretan, Spartan adventures and the mercenary adventures in northern Africa, in Kyrene. So we will be returning to that. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next battle.